no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake over it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
The give to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of...
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
LSU quick to the line.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He lets one fly deep. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he got loose. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put...
Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Dobbs. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Tulane right back to the line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride Davis here. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Fire, trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
Can't get him to the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 28. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Snagged out of the air. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might as well stick with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Morris.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground with the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down for the offense.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. LSU right back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Morris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. So, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now they'll run the draw. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. Touchdown, Green Wave! A great catch and run for 6.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route, and the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that 1st, so you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on second down. This time it's complete. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Morris. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dobbs. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Tulane right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Dobbs. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Here we go, sack. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tulane.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. It's Morris. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on first down. Going for it all. He caught it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes...
Breaks into the open. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Tulane right back to the line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The green wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. It'll be a draw. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On the move, he fires. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The offense out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off.
Turning it on! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires. finds his big tight end. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Wants to throw on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Morris. LSU will get a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off-play action on first down. Got his man to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Powers through the defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The give to Davis. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Tulane right back to the line. The give on the inside. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third. The inside handoff. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for the score! And he's got it! Touchdown, Green Wave!
Nice throw, nice catch, and I think we're going to see and hear a lot of that guy to that guy. A touchdown catch in game 1, now a touchdown catch in game 2. They're going to continue to find that playmaker throughout this season.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling, there he goes! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Morris. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
At the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, LSU.
Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Tulane right back to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar.
Lost one deep down the right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Green Wave. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop. It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. LSU quick to the line. the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnover. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do. Second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
QB spikes the ball to stop.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Second down.
Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're just going to watch that clock tick down to 0, Jesse, as they run it out here.
It's just a matter of formalities now for this offense. Run into victory formation, go take a shower, talk to coach, go see the parents and girlfriend, and go to dinner.
So frustrating on the other side of the defense, knowing they can't stop the clock, knowing this ball game's over.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.